Welcome to Rude, Crude, and Socially Unacceptable. I haven't uploaded a video in a while, but I have Evan with me here. We are going to be playing some Division 2. If you've been seeing the uploads on the channel, we linked our podcast to it. So he's been that's where Evan's from. He's also been part of what was it? It was Keep Talking Nobody Explodes, as well as
Ultimate Chicken Horse.
Yep, it was that. So
yeah.
Evan's been part of this channel a little bit, but he has now started up his own. So if you guys want to check him out over at Future Instinct, link will be in this video's description. But either way, Division 2, that is what we're going to be doing a playthrough of. And yeah, if you're watching, thank you. Go ahead and share, and let's just get into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I am just started out past. So I had to, for those watching, I had to skip that opening cutscene and opening little playthrough that you do. That kind of tells you how to move around and shoot, because we had a little technical difficulties. But now we're really getting into the meat and potatoes of the game.
I am still going through the little intro thingy.
Yeah, so if you guys want to see the actual intro, go ahead and check out Jacob's channel over at Rude, Crude, and Socially Unacceptable.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see the intro cutscene.
Yeah, and we'll just be talking during it. But what is that? Do I need to shoot this dude? No, probably not.
And so yeah, so like starting out, we'll both be on our own through kind of the intro of the game.
Yeah.
But then once we actually finish this, it's a pretty short intro. But once we actually finish the intro, we can actually get in a party together and end game and play together. So
yeah, and that's what we intend on getting to. Evan, have you ever played what's it called? It's called Just Cause.
I have, yeah, a little bit. I didn't really go far into the campaigns of it, but
this dude, there was no campaign. Are you kidding me? The game was stupid. Like it's fun to play, don't get me wrong, but it's so dumb. Like whatever.
Yeah.
Either way, my point with that is the shooting system kind of reminds me of it.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. So this is your first time playing the Division 2, correct?
It is.
Yeah.
And I never even played the Division, so I don't even know the premise of it. I take it it's kind of Warzone, US maybe. I don't know. Kind of like a Red Dawn situation.
So basically, what happened is, so this one takes place 7 months after the first one. Okay.
Cool. I'm very glad that I played the first one.
So their stories.
I didn't play the first one.
The actual story missions are not really linked to each other.
Yeah.
But basically, the background of what's happened is, in the first Division game, there was a deadly virus released on Black Friday.
Super quick.
That spread through.
Super quick cutscene.
Okay.
I'm just watching it. Sorry.
Okay. Shall I continue, or do you want me to wait?
I want you to wait. I want to hear what's going on.
Okay.
Oh, big oof.
What part of the cutscene are you at?
Their stuff just shut down.
Oh, yeah, big oof indeed.
How is this possible? Get down! Everybody get down! Someone has to stay. We can't just leave these people here. Whatever happened, it needs to be fixed or it's all over. You go. I'll do what I can here. Go!
Leveled up to level 2.
We took things for granted. We expected coffee in the morning. We expected free Wi-Fi. When those were taken from us, we survived. When communications broke down, the trains stopped and the internet went dark, we survived.
When pharmacies were moved and hospitals shut down, asthma became lethal. And with no police to protect you, did you own a gun?
Did your neighbor?
Some survived.
We are a resilient species. When our society collapsed, we found ways to go on.
Going to the base of operations.
What we want is also truly what we need. In the face of disaster, we helped each other.
We built new communities in the ruins of the old. We adapted. We survived. Established a new normal. But there are also those who build nothing. Create nothing.
Hyenas preying on the weak. They've made our world bleed. But we don't stand alone. A brave few have sworn to protect us and save what remains. They unite us.
Remind us that we are one people. They are our shield and our light. But if that light goes out,
Who can save us then?
It's been 7 months since the outbreak. We still live in fear of the virus, being poisoned. The real danger is out there. Wait.
I can tell you this is a fun game to play in 2020.
Finished with the cutscene yet?
Yeah, it was just about, I think, the main ones where it's like, we survived and whatnot. I got through that.
Okay.
In Washington, D.C., it's just doing a pan over of everything. I don't know if it's a cutscene or if it's just like the intro kind of thing where it's like doing a
I think
pan
that's
and
kind
then...
of like a. Yeah, I think it's just kind of like a pan over to kind of give you the whole Ubisoft intro thing.
Yeah, I'm going to skip that one. Go ahead and...
So.
Oh, shoot, there's another one. Hold on. Usually I'd skip over this just for like video sake, but I want to be immersed in this and I want to portray that, and like, not necessarily portray that, but like I want those watching this, though likely few, to see, you know, kind of be on the same page, you know, coming from, let's say that they've never played this, you know, and they're like kind of like, should I buy it? What's it like? What does it even look like? Dude, there's a freaking raccoon.
Okay,
I
are you finished with your cutscenes now?
I did. I shot a raccoon.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, basically, the premise of what has happened in the first game is a deadly virus was released in New York City on Black Friday that wiped out most of the population of New York, but it was contained to New York. But a lot of, you know, criminal factions broke out and took control of certain sections of the city. You had an area called I think it's called the Dark Zone, with basically like it's kind of like the PvP area of the game. You can go in there and get pretty decent loot, but story-wise, that's where like a lot of the chemical is still very active in that area. And so basically the premise of the first game is you are an agent, a division agent that's supposed to be basically taking down these criminal gangs that have popped up to regain control of New York City. At the same time, trying to hunt down the guy that initially released the virus. And then we come into this game 7 months later. The virus has since escaped New York and covered most of the United States. I'm not sure if it's went over to other parts of the world or not. I don't recall that, but it has covered a lot of the United States. And basically, the division, which is the organization, you're a division agent. Is basically in shambles. Like, there's not a lot of division agents left. You have the JTF, the Joint Task Force, that they've broken down pretty good since the first game. And basically, the U.S. has turned into a hellscape, and you're just trying to restore order in this game in Washington, D.C. Yeah. And so that's basically, that's the background of the general background of what happened in the last game, or what happens in the last game, and then what you're trying to do going forward in this game.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And so I'm waiting here at the base of operations.
Yeah.
So once you finish that intro kind of fight scene again and talk to the guy in there, it'll tell you that, you can play with other people, and I'll invite you then.
Yeah.
But until then, I'll just kind of walk around the base of operations so those watching can kind of,
Yeah, as for those
see
watching
what it
you,
actually
you
looks
can
like
show
in here
them
and
stuff. And
Yeah.
and if you're watching this video and you've stuck with it this long, I'm very I'm not very hopeful on a lot of views if it's not evident. But it's also like, I don't expect people to watch this fully. I mean, it'd be nice, and it's always lovely to see those views go up, so please do share. But I've always said it, really my main purpose with this, it's fun to sit down, have a memory, like kind of make a memory, sit down, have a fun time talking about something, have a conversation, and then be able to revisit that, like literally have a library of minutes and hours of my life. It's weird. Because this channel now, I think it's been active for over 2 years, because Pat and I started it while I was still in community college, and I've got my bachelor's now. It's like, so looking back, it's crazy. So my point saying that, it's like you might not view it, and that's cool. It's still fun to me. But if you are viewing it and you want to see Evan's side of things, again, please go look at his channel.
Yeah. And for those watching on my channel, I was kind of paused there at one area where you guys saw the vendor. And there's also a co-op, I think it was like co-op director. But so there is a vendor in this game. There's vendors in the different settlements that you come across. Just for your knowledge, Jacob, the vendors, you can buy stuff there, but you're going to find better gear and loot and whatnot from like killing enemies and picking it up off the ground. Just so you know.
Gotcha.
And then the co-op director guy is where you can get some of your like some of the equipment that you get to use. Like as you level up, you unlock points to kind of give those little modifications or unlock new equipment to use, and that's the guy you go to for that.
I see. Can you loot bodies?
So you don't actually like loot the bodies themselves. When you kill someone, sometimes they'll drop some ammo, sometimes they'll drop some gear. You just pick it up off the ground from there. Sometimes they don't drop anything. There are like crates around the map that you can find, and you'll open them and get some gear from those as well. So and then again, for those watching on my channel, as you can see as I'm going through here, there's not really a lot going on in the Operations Center right now. As we progress in the game, more stuff will become available, like more, I guess, AI or NPCs, more NPCs to talk to, and even some of them to get like different missions and whatnot will become available as we progress. So right now the base of operations is very bare, but it won't take terribly long for us to start getting access to some other stuff in here. And then also, this is a Tom Clancy game, so it's still kind of like some of the same gameplay as like Wildlands and Breakpoint. They've got some similarities in the way you play the games. Not really a similarity to Siege, because Siege is, just a straight multiplayer game.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, shoot. Oh, those are good guys. Never mind, I shouldn't shoot them.
Honestly, a lot of this right here, where I'm just kind of running around the base of operations, I'm just going to cut out.
I just reached the White House. And likely the base of operations. So,
yeah, the White House is the base of operations.
So, as far as my version, my area, my side of this recording, I think that the intro episode is complete. I'm running at 16 minutes. I'm going to cut out 3 of that. I think that this would be a good spot, just for you guys to get a feel of the game, to kind of see maybe where it's going, and hopefully give you interest in checking on back next time. So, with that, thank you for joining on mine, and go ahead and see Evan's side of things, and see you back in next episode, hopefully. Yeah, I think this is a good point, or a good place to probably be able to, switch episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so I'm in the base of operations, I'm looking around, then there's this little thing going into the White House. When are we actually able to, join each other?
So you have to go. You should see a thing in your top left-hand corner next to your mini map.
Yeah.
To go talk to Manny something.
Oh, so I've still
so you
got
go
a little
talk
bit.
to him.
Yeah, I've still got a little bit. Then I will. I'll start up another episode.
Well, if you're at the White House already, all you have to do is go up, follow the little yellow, direction thing, and it'll take you to him.
Yeah, but I'm not wanting to, miss out on any footage, because I said, this is a playthrough. So I'm going to start up the next episode, and then we'll end up meeting up, and then we can join each other this next episode.
Yeah.
Okay.